Morning Creek Nations, Coach Abell here for your weekly announcements. As always, at the end of this thing, if you have any questions or issues, any kind of confusions, feel free to give me a call or shoot me a text. Go ahead and delve into it. Post game thoughts from Friday. Very tough opponent. Oldham County is always very tough. They're very well coached. They've obviously been practicing for a little longer than we have. They don't have to follow the same JCPS rules that we do. But regardless of that, we are the better team. I think everyone is aware that we are a better team. Here's what I'll tell you: were there some bad calls? Yeah, there were some bad calls. We had 140 yards of penalties, but not all of that was uh, blamed on the officials. You can't argue with jumping offside. You can't argue with procedure penalties. There are some things that you can't blame on a bias or blame on some kind of social prejudice against our team. And if there's one thing I've tried to preach to our guys, it was actually one of the themes to our offseason, even before COVID hit, was control. Controlling what we can control, controlling our emotions, controlling how we respond to things, and essentially controlling our development and growth. And the things that we could have controlled here, we did not. So I refuse to let our guys and your sons be victims of circumstances. That happens way too often, I believe, in this world. They need to understand that no matter what happens to them, they have the control to rise up and to react appropriately and to respond appropriately and make the best out of their scenario. We did not do a very good job of that on Friday night. But hey, that's why we play the game, so we can play it, reevaluate, get better. Everybody showed up for film on Saturday, and everybody was most of our guys were at Frostmore practice. So at least there's some commitment to improving our play and making the most out of what we could have a really bad fourth quarter scenario. So we now start district play. So everybody is 0-0. District is where the real season's at. That's what matters. And we start off with a tough district opponent this week in Bullitt East. They are a rival. I'm not shy about admitting that I don't like that school and the team. So hey, this is a rivalry for our guys. So we need to make sure we have a great week of practice and that we're all there and they're on time, etc. This is Elijah Robertson. He's our student athlete of the week for Fernald Creek football coaching staff. Great grades right now so far. I always get compliments on how he interacts with his classmates on their Google Meets. He's always been a pretty good guy towards adults, and he's very charismatic as well, which is why I think a lot of the teachers like him. But he's got A's and B's right now, so Elijah, keep up the good work, buddy. All right, let's go through the schedule. Monday, the Frostmore game it kicks off at 6:30. We'll talk about that in a moment. We're asking Frostmores to be there by 5. Our varsity guys will be there from 5:45 to 7:45 on Monday. As a reminder, that is the practice time that has been that we've been talking about over the last couple of weeks. I know some of us were confused about it last week, and for that I apologize. But we are 5:45 to 7:45 this week, and from this point on until further notice from me. Okay. We'll talk about Friday in a moment. Saturday, just as a brief recap, body check is for our guys who are banged up. And Miss Nicole's job, even though it seems as though she's the COVID police, and she really is, her main job is the athletic trainer. Her job is not to diagnose and then not treat. Her job is to diagnose, treat, rehab, and eventually get these guys to the point of being able to perform on the field. And this is something that people pay for at other schools. And luckily for us, we have not only do we have one, but she's a good one. She's asked players to be at body check on Saturdays by 10 a.m. if they are banged up or hurt or injured or whatever from the previous week's game. This week we only had 2 take advantage of her services, and that's not good. If you notice that your son is banged up at home, if he's complaining about an ankle, a shoulder, an elbow, whatever, then he needs to visit with Nicole the morning after the game. Okay. Frostmore practice will again be from 10:30 to noon. That's becoming a standard. Our Frostmore practices have been really, really good the past couple of weeks, and I think that's preparing us for the games on Monday. And then virtual film meetings for varsity will take place at 10 or 11, although those times fluctuated. We moved them back a little bit this past week because we got home so late from the Oldham County game. Throshmore, Bull East was gracious enough to push the kickoff back to 6:30 instead of 6 o'clock. So the tickets will say 6, but the game is at 6:30. We're asking players to arrive by 5 o'clock, and the tickets are sold on GoFan. You can either search Fern Creek or just search Bull East as well. Okay. Varsity game against the Bull East is obviously this Friday. Kickoff is at 7:30. It's at home. The tickets are on GoFan. Go ahead and purchase those tickets now or whenever they become available. I think Troy will normally open them up on either Tuesday or Wednesday, so just keep that in mind. Same thing as before. We're going to start off with 4 tickets. I'm not sure how we're going to do this voucher scenario. We're going to probably change it up a little bit just to kind of make it fit a little bit better and to give you all the opportunity to buy the tickets that you guys need. But you'll get more information about that on the Teams app this week. If you guys can't be at the game, don't want to be at the game, want to watch from home for safety reasons or whatever, NFHS Network is up and running. We'll send out a link later on this week, but I would probably go ahead and download the app, set yourself up an account. It is a monthly fee, but it's less than $10, which is what you're paying if you were to go in person. Okay, so there's streaming services there for you. Reminders and updates. This is tomorrow is Parent Teacher Conference Day. It's Monday. If your kids tell you they don't have class, they are correct. They don't. If you need a conference and you haven't already scheduled one, be sure to visit the Fern Creek Inside Teacher page. It has all the teachers that your son has that takes class with. Just find their name, click on it, and then sign up for a time. All the meetings are virtual, so you'll be sent a link at a later date or a later time, rather. But yes, they do not have class tomorrow, and that's so that you guys can have conferences. Okay. That's all the announcement I have for you guys. Short, quick, and to the point. As always, hope is greater than fear. Be on the lookout for that email or that message about Friday's games. Coach Abell out.